GrainCheck is a post-mortem of your nutrient management plan. We can analyze the macronutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus, magnesium, potassium, and sulfur, and we can also test the micronutrients. We need grain samples in a clearly labeled bag. The grains should be around 150 to 200 grams. They should be taken from the combine while you are harvesting the crop.
Grain sample, when it arrives at NRM, it has to be dried first. So it's put in an oven at 105 degrees overnight. And after the grain is further ground to a finer powder, and that powder is what we analyze into different instruments for analysis.
In 2023, we analyzed more than 3,000 grain samples. We have seen from our data that more than 40% of the samples were below the target range for both nitrogen and phosphorus. On the other hand, we have also seen that more than 30% of the samples were way above the target range. Only around 25% of the samples for nitrogen that we analyzed in 2023 were on target.
The combustion method, which is a nitrogen analysis, involves putting a sample in excess oxygen, and then the gas is produced into nitrogen gas, which is detected as a peak, and that peak is proportional to the amount of nitrogen in the sample. All the other elements, major elements and minor elements, you take a sample, 1 gram of the sample, you add acid into the sample, and you digest it on a hot block, and after digesting the sample, you filter it, and then the filtrate is taken for ICP analysis for all the other elements. In the ICP lab, the measurement can either be mass spectrometry or optical measurement. The various elements, they've got different peaks depending on their properties. So the peak is a proportion of the amount of element in that sample.
Nitrogen is one of the most expensive nutrients that we bring on our farm. If your GrainCheck report shows that there is too much of nitrogen in the grains, that means that the alarm bells, they should start ringing. That means you're over applying nitrogen for your feed wheat. The grain testing would help the farmer to improve their nutrient management plan. They would know how much fertilizer they need to buy for the next season or the following season.